Hello and welcome back to Kaboom, part 36. And in this part, we are going to make right on a certain villain we have encountered after exiting to the top of Sen's fortress.
So are we gonna fight that Black Knight, or are we just gonna get bombarded by more spawning explosive barrels?
Did you see a Black Knight?
I did see a Black Knight at the end of the last part. There's a Black Knight at the end of that hallway.
It is highly possible that I hit... Foolish children of imbeciles.
Normal Titanite shard.
That is a wall of light behind me. Oh boy. I think the game is...
And that is where we go fight the Iron Golem, right?
Yes, sir. Iron Golem boss fight. Well, probably one of the more interesting boss fights in the game, in my opinion. I kind of got to enjoy that one, if only because it demonstrated that I am at least somewhat clever by not searching for outside sources of helpful hints.
Climb the tower yet further. See what other things
Okay, buddy. It's nice to meet you. I'm Cloud. I'm gonna go back downstairs and talk to the landlord real quick. Oh, this move-in is really shaky.
So, can you actually kill the ogres that are throwing explosive barrels at you before you start this fight?
As a matter of fact, it's in your best interest to take out the ogres. But unfortunately, because I was running low on Estus Flask, now I have to ascend from bottom of Sen Fortress all again.
And I take it that you're gonna show the whole No, you did. You ended up.
Now
You decided to do sepia montage.
That's
Cool.
right. Well, it's this is. I knew at some point I was going to go over the real depth of Sen's Fortress. I don't think anybody could say enough about how fucking atrocious this place is. So this is me going from in one shot from the bonfire to the boss fight, and the montage is going to go over every last one of my deaths.
I mean, you forgot to put in accompanying music, but otherwise, it's a cool concept.
Well, that's where you and I come in, because in Dark Souls, the player needs to be a little imaginative. Those boulders, by the way, also are being delivered by an Iron Golem.
Well, it's not an Iron Golem. It's a.
Well, that's the Iron Golem,
Oh,
but...
come on. You didn't have to spoil... you don't have to spoil that you died to the Iron Golem until we actually get up there.
That's the stakes, because even after you survive this entire goddamn funhouse, you can still die on the boss and have to do it all over again.
Yeah, because the Iron Golem is not... Well, would you say that the Iron Golem is a mid-tier when it comes to difficulty in comparison to the other Dark Souls bosses?
No. The Iron Golem actually, in my opinion, is probably one of the easiest bosses in the game, if only after you figure out how you can simplify the boss fight, put it that way. There's more than one way of doing it. Unsimplifying the boss fight puts you at significant hazard for the entirety of the boss fight.
Leaf strike, and it didn't.
Yeah, he dropped his guard. Okay, we're still at the final leg. Here we go. Oh god, how many? I do have a stupid amount of crossbow bolts.
Oh, you went to go purchase yet more bolts.
These are heavy crossbow bolts though. These do more damage, and they have maybe a little more knockback.
By 2.
Yes.
No, they don't have any more knockback.
Make sure you get that angle just right without getting caught in the threshold, because otherwise you will force that snake dude into the chamber where you can no longer hit him, except by putting yourself at a hazardous position. Like that. This is Cloud on a flying trapeze. Nearly there. Nearly there, Gerdette.
No, you bought standard bolts, though.
Thank you kindly.
Fuck yourself.
That's part of the issue here. You're using standard ammo. Standard ammo doesn't actually have the increased knockback.
Well, now I have to... Jesus Christ. Save me, Jason.
Save me from this game design crap.
I tell you what, though, I think that's the whole point of Dark Souls, is it's supposed to be stupidly hard so that when you're finally done with it, it makes it that much more satisfying. I think that it is in pretty good proportion throughout the game.
As opposed to the NES version of Ghosts and Goblins, which is bullshit the entire way through, and it's not fun to play.
It's not fun to play, and you feel like you wasted your life trying to finish that fucking game.
Can you make a running jump over to where he is? Over to where the giant is?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Kinda surprised you didn't try that, honestly.
Well, I mean, I have pressing business. I'm late for my appointment.
Well, you're attempting to get over... No, you're attempting to get over to where the other one is, because that one doesn't interfere during the boss fight.
No, correct. The boulder delivering golem is not a threat during this boss fight. The threats here are Mr. Big Shot with his big pointy axe over there that throws wind gusts at you, so like supersonic, and his friend, Mr. I throw shit at you throughout this entire boss fight.
So why didn't you go and kill him before you started this
Because
fight?
I was not aware it was an option.
But you were up there. You ran away from him the first time.
But see, I mean, you're right, except I don't know how weak these things are, or if I would just die trying. See, the problem is, I just want to kill the boss, because he might unlock a checkpoint, for one thing, and, well, it kind of reduces the stakes when you go through the fortress, because half of Sen's fortress is all in your mind.
But not really, no. A majority of the problem with Sen's Fortress is actually its level layout and enemy placement, and it doesn't really have anything to do with the golem himself. And yeah, you were kind of ripping him in half.
But
Are you sure he's not made? Are you sure he's made of iron as opposed to copper?
Copper.
He's tearing it up.
Some other very soft metal.
And his attack range is super short.
Both of these guys in themselves are weak. Together, they are a force to be reckoned with. And that's why if you haven't taken out the pyro golem, you want to stand near the boss door where you came in so that he can't hit you. It simplifies the boss fight dramatically.
Well, he can still definitely hit you. He just chooses not to.
No. He can't get the angle right. He won't even throw. He won't even throw is the other thing. He doesn't even try.
He doesn't need to throw is the thing, though. He can just pick them up and drop them on you from that
He
position.
could, but, I mean, for God's sake, man, like, do you want to, murder your players, or do you want them to awaken from the hospital?
It's Dark Souls. Plenty of players have been hospitalized over this.
Down to Dork College, the hospital wing. I'm good at swinging at giants. Whee. Hit him. Yeah.
And one more. There you go. Wow.
Ooh, all
Core of
right.
an iron golem. So what armor do we get
Yeah, fuck yourself, armor. I mean, he doesn't drop an armor set, although later armor sets would suggest that the two are related. I don't want to examine anything until I know what the fuck... Hey, buddy.
Yeah, he's done. The boss fight is over. He doesn't care anymore.
He doesn't care anymore. It's like, oh, dang it, he won. Now what do I do? I got all these balls to throw.
Cutscene.
That means it's important. And stuff is happening, finally. Oh, but dude, like, let me just say that I probably put between 2 and 3 hours into clearing Sense Fortress and the Iron Golem. Like, that was an ordeal.
So are they taking us back to the Demon Ruins, or are we going over to the Sacred Realm?
Higher and higher, baby. It's a living thing.
We did not explore most of that.
Welcome to Anarkakapukochichi.
Which is a city in Argentina, right?
Which is really high up.
At Orlando. Okay, now we can go get fast travel.
Woohoo! It's a new fucking world! Glorious
Please do not fall
city.
off the rails here. You will die.
This Orlando is actually in much better repair than much of the game we've seen so far. It's the freaking Golden City.
Isn't that because Gwen's here?
Gwen is not here, actually. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Even though
Okay.
I don't think anybody knows that Gwen is
Gwen
coming,
was
except
here.
those who have played this game. Ow.
Gwen was in the intro, okay? And the whole premise of the game is that we're supposed to, well, actually, the whole conceit of the game is that we're supposed to go take down the four baddies that the intro talked about. So, Gwen, we know that we're gonna have to end up fighting with Gwen at some point.
You are correct, yes. And there are many contextual clues in Orlando that would suggest that his lair is nearby. His lair is closer than it has been the entire time, but it's going to be some time before we actually fight Master Gwendolyn.
Okay. Oh no, that's right. We're supposed to go fight Sigurd and whatever the fuck his name is. I never remember the other guy's name.
I know what you mean. You mean Abbott and Costello.
Sure, Abbott and Costello, yeah.
As
The
long-
guys that got ate by the lion.
As long as I know we're talking about the same characters. Beautiful city.
Can we call him Penn and Keller instead, though? Because Penn and Keller is an act I've actually seen.
And when did Penn and Keller operate?
Oh, between the 80s and to early 2000s. They had a show on HBO for a while.
Nice. Well, I mean, I know.
Is that the Bell Gargoyle again?
I think so, actually. Yeah, you're right. That is a bell gargoyle up ahead. Because this is where they come from. They call this place home. Now we are the invaders. Die.
Yeah, that is in fact the Bell Gargoyle again. He even has the special axe tail spike.
Oh, this. I don't
yes,
think
you
I'm
have
standing
to
in the
kill
right
him.
place. Ow. Land, you fool.
So
Come fight me.
One criticism that I know about Dark Souls that even the fans of it mention is that the latter half of the game is filled with reused assets and content. For specifically the demonic ruins feels completely wasted.
The demonic ruins does have a lot of repeated characters, but I would say that the combination of those same pieces create a rather unique game situation. And in the next part, we are going to relish in the victory over demons.